The city slept. Streetlights painted the empty pavements with pools of orange. The air was still, holding its breath between night and morning. It was in this quiet hour that the cafe appeared, a haven for insomniacs and dreamers tucked away on a forgotten corner. The windows glowed with a warm, inviting light. It beckoned the weary and lost. The name painted on the window in elegant script was Lune and Latte. There was a timeless quality to the place, as if it had always existed, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered by those who needed it most, those who felt adrift in the vastness of the night. I stumbled upon Lune and Latte during a time of uncertainty, lost in a labyrinth of my own thoughts. The world felt cold and the city a cacophony of indifference. But stepping inside the cafe was like stepping into a warm embrace. The scent of cinnamon and old books enveloped me. Soft jazz music played on a vintage record player, a comforting murmur in the stillness. The cafe was sparsely furnished, with mismatched, overstuffed armchairs that seemed to have absorbed the worries of countless patrons before me. Bookshelves lined the walls filled with forgotten novels and well-thumbed poetry collections, each one containing whispered secrets and shared stories. The air thrummed with a quiet magic, a sense of peace that I had almost forgotten existed. A young girl sat at a table by the window, her head bent over a sketchbook, her brow furrowed in concentration. She was lost in her own world, oblivious to my presence as she brought fantastical creatures and swirling landscapes to life with her charcoal pencil. I wondered about her story, the dreams and fears that she poured onto the pages of her sketchbook. Behind the counter stood the barista. His face was strangely forgettable, but his voice, when he spoke, was a soothing balm to my frayed nerves. He moved with a quiet grace, preparing drinks with an alchemist's precision. I didn't have to tell him my order, he simply knew. A steaming mug of hot chocolate appeared before me, topped with a swirl of whipped cream and a sprinkle of cinnamon. It tasted of solace and understanding. As the first rays of dawn touched the city, I knew it was time to leave. The girl with the sketchbook had already gone, leaving behind a single, delicate feather tucked into the pages of a book, a silent offering, a promise to return. I took a final sip of my drink, savoring the lingering warmth. The city was waking up. The world outside was no longer a place of shadows and uncertainty. It was a blank canvas, full of possibilities. The magic of Lune and Latte stayed with me, a quiet reminder that even in the darkest hours there is always light to be found. And sometimes all it takes is a cup of coffee and a moment of peace to find your way back to yourself.